Hey everyone, I'm back with another gameplay video. This time we're playing Legacy. We're playing Blue-Black Shadow. So this is kind of my go-to deck in Legacy if I've been playing the format for like a week. But I've got another, the Legacy Showcase Challenges this weekend that I plan on playing in, so I'm going to do some more play testing for it. Now, looking at this deck, we are playing all these sort of powerful blue cantrip and permission spells that come with Legacy. So we got Brainstorm, Ponder, and then for permission, we've got Daze and Force of Will. We are playing black for Death Shadow, of course, but that also gives us access to Snuff Out, which is an excellent removal spell, as well as Thoughtseize to discard, and then Reanimate to kind of bring back your stuff or opponent's stuff from the graveyard, depending on the matchup. We also do have one Dauthi main deck. That's going to be some main deck graveyard hit. He's also actually just a decent kind of threat 3-2 that can't be blocked. So I like him. We have one of Dress Down that can be good against Urza Saga's decks. It can also be good to pump your Shadow to 13-13 and swing for lethal. Him to Tourach's really nice in other like mid-range sort of matchups because you can kind of whittle down your opponent's resources. Baleful Strix is very strong. It can wall pretty much any threat in the format because it's flying and death touch, and also draws you a card. Very important in the mirror matchup, very important in just a lot of matchups in general. We have one of Brazen Borrower that can be good to bounce an opponent's Murktide or Merit Lodge, things like that. We do have our own Murktides. That's just another second threat to Shadow. We fill up our graveyard very quickly because of these cheap kind of cantrips and stuff like that. So generally you can get a big Murktide down. It's a flyer as well, so it can be hard for opponents to block. And then in the sideboard, we've just got some another Dress Down, again, for Urza Sagas or other matchups like that. Another Brazen Borrower. We do have Court of Cunning. That's for control matchups or like really slow matchups. You can kind of put your opponent on a clock because they'll start milling their deck. We've got another Force of Negation that can be to kind of stop combo decks or where you just want more permission. Two Surgicals, that's going to be mostly for kind of Reanimator, also for combo decks on their, Doomsday or, anything that's trying to put stuff into the graveyard. We do have Fatal Push as well, just some good early removal. Sheoldred's Edict, again, some more removal that can get around protection and things like that because of the sacrifice. We've got two Tourachs, very good against white decks. Obviously, we are weak to Swords to Plowshares and Solitude, being a Death Shadow deck, so it's nice to bring Tourach in for those matchups, and pairs nicely again with him to Tourach, so you can really whittle down the resources, get a big Tourach on board, and usually the opponent can't deal with it. We have Plague Engineer, that's going to be for your elves, humans, things like that. It can also be useful in the mirror to kill Baleful Strix. And then we have these two kind of artifact hate cards for decks that are trying to go really wide, like 8 cast, things like that. So you've got Null Rod, which just hoses those decks, and you've also got Powder Keg, which can be used as a sweeper. So that's the deck list, and I'm going to be taking us through an MTGO prelim. If you like this sort of content, you can subscribe, and I'll see you guys for round one. Okay, starting off, this hand isn't amazing. I'm on the draw, so Daze is kind of weak, and I worry that him to Tourach might be just a little too slow, and 4 lands is a lot for this deck without any ways to shuffle them away, without any Brainstorm, anything in hand, so I think I'm going to mulligan this. Opponent is on Death and Taxes, Urian, so do have to be worried about Wasteland, some other stuffs. This hand it has a turn 1 Ponder, but no second land. I think it might still be a keep. We do have Force to protect things. I don't think Reanimate's going to be that useful, so I'm going to put that back here. So most of their removal is exile-based. So we'll see if my opponent has a turn 1 play, maybe Aether Vial or... okay, Prismatic Vista. Interesting. So maybe they're not on Death and Taxes. But we're going to go turn 1 Ponder here and set up for a second land. We get Wastelanded, we get Wastelanded. We don't have a way to protect our land anyway. So I don't think they're on Death and Taxes with Prismatic Vista, but it could be wrong. Okay, we have 3 lands on top. So we don't really want to draw 3 lands, so let's put the island at the bottom. So we're not going to shuffle, so we are going to draw another land next turn, but then we can shuffle away that 3rd island, the basic island, which I don't think I'm going to need. Next turn, we'll probably set up for just a Baleful Strix. We do have double Murktide, which isn't amazing, but we also know what my opponent's on, so we could end up pitching one of them to Force of Will. So let's see what my opponent does here. So far it's been Prismatic Vista. I'm not sure what decks in Legacy. Again, I'm kind of new to the format. I'm not sure off the top of my head what decks play Prismatic Vista in Legacy. Cracking the Vista. Gets a basic forest. So not Death and Taxes with Urian. Maybe it's the Green Sun Zenith deck that I saw would do really well at the. I think it won the Super Qualifier actually. They're gonna play Ice Fang. They might. This is probably bad to force, but it's also going to eventually. He's got a Wild Oily Wall stuff. I think it's fine. I want to keep the force for a removal spell or a 3-drop at least. Get another Watery Grave. We do want to shuffle, and we're just gonna play Strix here. Question is, do I want to go Underground Sea or I'm not sure. It's another mid-range deck, so it might kind of pressure my life total. And I have another Watery Grave in hand, so I think we're just gonna go Sea and we'll go Strix. So I don't know that this. I'd have to look at this list again. It's the 75 with Urian. I think it is the Green Sun Zenith deck, which plays like a lot of cards. Okay, Daze could be good. They play 3-drop here. Allows me to hold on to my force to protect Murktide. Looks like they are going to play a 3-drop. Could be Chris, could be, well, let's see if they get what their mana source is. Looking like a Grist. Maybe a 2-drop. Okay. Yeah, it is that list. We're just going to Daze this. See if he tries to Daze back. I'm just going to force back, and then I'm going to force. I think I want to keep the Baleful Strix, so I'm going to pitch Murktide. Next turn, we can go Strix again, and then we're like 1 card away from Murktide. Unless I get a fetch land, then I could just jam Murktide. Get another Daze. Okay. We'll just go Strix here. Okay, we do get a fetch land, so next turn we can go Murktide. Even if we Daze again. I guess we could go anyway, so. I don't know if it's worth trading here. Actually, yeah, it's fine. It doesn't make much difference. See if he wants to trade his Ice Fang, he does not. Notably, he only has one other snow permanent, so he needs 2 other snow basics too. I still have Daze up, so he doesn't play a 4th land and just tries to jam another 3-drop. Nope, he just moves Urian to hand, plays a land. Means he doesn't likely have another 3-drop in hand. I think we're just going to Thoughtseize him first, take Urian or something else. Yeah, we're gonna Thoughtseize first. Is Prismatic Ending, Endurance, and Urian. Let's see. Prismatic Ending, he's not gonna be able to cast on Murktide. I don't care that much about that. He does have Wasteland in hand. Endurance can kind of wall a Murktide, but I think it's gonna be too late. So I'm gonna take Urian because he can play it next turn. I know he's gonna Wasteland me, so I'm just gonna do this. Maybe I could have. Maybe it would have been smarter to let him have him keep Urian and take like Endurance. I'm not sure. And then try to Daze Endurance or Urian, but I think I just wanted to get it out of his hand. That's like his best card. If he wants to play Endurance, he can. At this point, it doesn't really make a difference. And notably, even if he gets a fetch land, he still, or draws a basic, he still won't control 3 other snow permanents. He's fetching now, so maybe he's drew a 4-drop. Or just drew a removal spell for Murktide. He did. Wow. I could Daze this to so he can't cast Endurance this turn. That's so annoying, actually. Literally so annoying. So he just top decked that in a 70 something card, whatever, 80 card deck. 75 card deck? I forget what the Urian rules are. Brazen Borrower's not that useful here. Do I want to keep the fetch land in hand? He's gonna start attacking my mana. Again, if he wants to play an Endurance here and trade with Strix, I'm okay with that. I think we'll just wait. I need to do anything. He's gonna Wasteland me probably. Play Endurance, I guess. Playing around Daze. It's fine. So let's see if we can still manage this one. That was a really painful top deck, man. And, you know, so it is what it is. Okay, let's see if he drew some more action, right? Played out his hand. He's got Prismatic Ending in hand still. He can Brainstorm. Okay. So we know he had Prismatic Ending in hand and something else. Presumably he didn't have something like Minsc and Boo or like, you know, a bigger payoff than Endurance, like a Planeswalker or something. I could bounce the Endurance. I will lose this race eventually, but I think I'm just going to play Brazen Borrower. Okay. Okay, so we're drawing a bunch of lands, which isn't great. Do have an okay clock here, though. It's at 8. Don't think I'm going to play the second Flooded Strand. Brainstorm again. Unfortunately, I would like some Brainstorms or cantrip spells, but I've just drawn lands. So I guess he's probably looking for another payoff here, like a Planeswalker or something. I think his deck plays Uro too. Okay, he's thinking a lot about this Brainstorm. Maybe he doesn't have a 5th. I'm hoping he tries to play a 3-drop here. I can Daze it. And he does. And you will not be resolving Nissa. Or I will attempt to do this. He could have Force in hand. Or is it something else? Wow. So now he got punished for not playing the land first because he wanted to get the payoff from Nissa. Yeah, now he's going to try to have his endurance. I would like something that's not a land. Yeah, just attack with Strix. If he wants to take the trade, he can. I would like something that's not a land, though. I might keep these lands in hand because of Brainstorm. He does think about the trade. So I wonder what he could have in hand as his last card. It could be another land. You know, you Brainstorm for it. Could be another Brainstorm. It's really thinking about this one. Tells me he doesn't have an obvious maybe next play. So he's in top deck mode. So he could just have another land in hand or something like that. He could still have the Prismatic Ending, but he probably got rid of it. Unless he's just going to Prismatic Ending like a Brazen Borrower for 3. I guess he could do that. All right, now we might be in trouble, though, if he has a good spell here. So now he has Teferi. Okay, it's not that big a deal. What's he going to bounce? Both my things have ETB, so he might not bounce anything. He'll bounce Brazen Borrower. No, okay. So he could still have the Prismatic Ending in hand. Okay, we get a Ponder. Very good. Guess we Brainstorm, put back these lands. Or we just shuffle, right? Because I guess if I grab Brainstorm, I can crack the fetch to shuffle anyway. But then I can't shuffle away bad cards. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Am I supposed to just try to grab a threat? Let's do this. Let's grab Brainstorm. And then we'll shuffle. And then we'll cast Brainstorm. Okay, so we can snuff out the Endurance, which seems pretty good. And we could reanimate one of his creatures. But then he can bounce it to his hand, which isn't great. So we probably don't want to reanimate one of his creatures right now. But let's put back the Grave. Let's put back Watery Grave. And Polluted Delta. Then we can play a land and shuffle away the stuff, maybe. We'll have to try to like play Urian, but it's so bad when he bounces it. I think we'll snuff out first. Oh, I think the line here is if I attack Teferi, then yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna attack Teferi and then yeah, we'll attack Teferi with Brazen Borrower to bring it to 2, so that he can't bounce for another turn. And then we can try reanimating something. Maybe Nissa. Right, I have to think of what I want to reanimate here. Oh, does he have another swords or something? Or prismatic ending? But he could prismatic ending the Strix. He can't prismatic ending the Brazen Borrower. Another Ice Fang. Okay. Tells me he has nothing in hand. So his Fair's at 2. Okay, the question is, do I want Nissa? I already played a land, so it's not that good. I think I want Yuri in here. Right? What is this? Whenever 4/5 flyer. Right, I could get Endurance. Doesn't seem that useful. Could get Ice Fang. I think we're just gonna Yuri in. I guess I didn't really need to exile it. But now it's untapped. All right, so we're presenting lethal. He has to basically draw a removal spell or a creature or something. Okay. Draws another card. Okay. Maybe he got a prismatic ending or something. All right, now we're kind of in trouble though, because if he drew a removal spell for something, then I can't let him bounce this Urian. So they have to attack with everything at Teferi. Seems bad though, because I could swing for lethal. Right, because if he drew a removal spell, then he'll be able to bounce Urian back to his hand next turn, and then I'm kind of screwed. But he could have just drawn nothing. Could have also drawn like Endurance or something, so I think I have to attack both things at Teferi. Although that doesn't seem great because it gives another turn to draw an answer. Tough decisions. Do I just attack face? Assume he doesn't have anything. He could have another Ice Fang. Could have another Endurance. I don't know if this is right. We'll attack both at Teferi. I just can't let him bounce Urian. Okay, he might have had nothing, but now he's got another turn to top deck. Please, not a land. Okay. All right, looks like we got there. So I just played it safe in case it'd be so disastrous if he like removed one of the creatures, bounce Urian into hand, then he could like get back in the game. So we got there against this. I'm gonna call this a mid-range deck. There's so much shit going on. So I think in the mid-range plan, he does play swords. He does play prismatic ending. So I feel like we do want Tourach. I think on the draw, Daze is just like so not good. Dress down could be good. I don't know if we want to try surgical anything. Maybe we just kind of go full mid-range here. We want Force Negation. But we want Dauthi. He's using like Nissa and stuff, so maybe we just want like Fatal Push on some of these creatures. I thought Reanimate wouldn't be good, but it ended up being like very good. Maybe just Daze is like too bad on the draw, but he does have a lot of 3-drops. So that's why I'm tempted to just keep a couple in. Maybe Dauthi's not that good here, but again, I don't know. We'll go with something like this. I'm not sure if it's correct. Maybe I'm not supposed to Fatal Push against this sort of deck. But I just think Daze is so much harder to play on the draw. It's so much easier for my opponent to play around when they're on the play. Maybe Brazen Borrower is not that good here, because he has a lot of ETBs. Maybe Sheoldred. Sheoldred could have been good instead of Fatal Push. Again, it's hard to figure out exactly what my opponent has because he's an 80-card deck. So, but I'm pretty sure he's on this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to find it here. But the one that basically did well, that won the Legacy Super 5-color Zenith, I'm pretty sure this is what he's on. He's got Urian, he's got Ice Fangs, so he's got Grist, Teferi. So I could have had some for Teferi, but I think he does have a lot of creatures, so I think the extra removal is good. I think maybe Sheoldred's Edict would be better than like Dauthi or something. He does have Uro, which can be annoying, and I don't think I brought any in Surgical, so might get punished for that, but it's also, again, 80-card deck, so he's got it as a 3 of. It's hard to play around everything. So instead, I'm just going to try to grind him down with the mid-range game plan, but that might not work because he has a lot of cantripping. Okay, this is a no-lander, so I think we have to mulligan this. This hand's fine. We'll just put back a fetch. Or a Wasteland. I kind of like double Wasteland now. But on the draw, maybe it's too much. Because if I don't get a fetch, I can shuffle. I mean, turn 1, we're going to Thoughtseize. So that opens me up to, I'm going to put a Wasteland back. It's close, though. But like, we're probably going to turn 1 Thoughtseize. That opens me up to getting Wastelanded if he has it in his deck, which he does because we saw it. So I want another fetchable source. There's Heath. Okay, that's good for me. Oh, just kidding. He was going to the second main phase. So let's see if he has like a mana dork that I can snuff out. Okay, so he's going to Green Sun Zenith for 0 to get Dried Arbor to try to ramp into something. I don't know that wasting is still. Well, let's see what he has in hand. I'll just take his payoff. I get another Thoughtseize. Could also Wasteland the Dried Arbor turn 1, but I think it's better to Thoughtseize. Just gonna go Underground Sea because I'm got a slower hand here, and I already have Snuff Out in hand and 2 Thoughtseizes. If he forces here, I'm probably gonna Snuff Out this Dried Arbor because he clearly has a 3-drop that he's trying to get in play, and I want to take it next turn. That's the only reason you go Green Sun Zenith on turn 1. Unless he just doesn't have another land, but that seems like risky to keep and get a basic forest, so I think he's got another land. Really thinking about this one, though. Yeah, maybe I should have put in Surgicals for Uro, but I don't know. Could get dunked on by it. We do still have Dauthi in the deck. My opponent's really thinking about if they want to use the Force. Or they stepped away for a second. Opponent did keep 7, so... Okay. What are you doing, opponent? Oh, my opponent lost connection to the game. Well, that's disappointing. Oh, he joined the game again. So I'm guessing he has like Grist, Teferi, something like that in hand. Maybe he's trying to get that down turn 3, or Nissa. Those were all kind of his turn 3 payoffs. Or 3 mana payoffs. So now he would get down turn 2. Okay, my opponent is still maybe not connected, maybe connected, not sure. Okay, so interesting. Probably going to take the Omnath. There's a Prismatic Ending, so he doesn't actually have a 3-drop yet. But I could take the Omnath and then snuff out his Dryad Arbor, and he's going to just, what is Abundant Growth? Oh, but he'll just Abundant Growth his land, and then Wasteland, and then probably Wasteland me next turn. Do I care that much about that? Can't really stop it. I think I'm going to just take Omnath right now. He can get it down in like 2 turns, and I do have Snuff Out for it, but I don't want to get the ETB trigger, so I could also take Abundant Growth and turn him off mana. That actually might be a better play. I think I'm going to do that. But if he draws another land, that's not a great play. But I could turn him off colored mana right now. And I still have Snuff Out for Omnath. Yeah, I think we're going to take the Abundant Growth. So now he only has green mana. Which, he could obviously top deck a fetch land, but I don't think I'm going to Snuff Out yet. Though I could, he only has 1 mana then. I guess it's bad if he top decks. I don't think I'm going to Snuff Out yet. I think I'm going to save it. He's probably just going to Wasteland me. But I can Thoughtseize him again and take the Omnath too. I forgot about my other my other Thoughtseize, so that's what I'll be doing. It's also the option to Wasteland his Dryad Arbor, but we'll see. Kind of want to Wasteland like whatever colored source he gets. Okay, he gets Wasteland, he's probably Wasteland me, and then maybe attack with Dryad. Yeah. It's okay. Okay, we get another Polluted Delta. So obviously he's going to Wasteland me again. But maybe that's okay because I have Brainstorm. I could also just get Basic Island, but sometimes I have a lot of spells that need double black, and I've like been burned before. We're just going to get... We're going to just Thoughtseize him again. Take that Omnath. Could argue to wait a turn, but... Yeah, his hand... He did draw a Misty, but he didn't want to play it, so... Interesting. We're just going to take Omnath here. And then... And then once he plays that Misty, I'll Wasteland it. No need to use Snuff Out on Dryad Arbor yet. At some point I will Brainstorm. Yeah, it's just going to keep attacking my lands. Yep. But now I have a Brainstorm, so... I mean, he doesn't play the land, so he's worried about Wasteland too. Okay. 1/1 Death Shadow. He does have Prismatic Ending, but he doesn't have green mana. So... Sorry, he does have... He could Prismatic Ending my Shadow, right? Because he does have it in hand, and he has a Misty. So... does Brainstorm really get me anywhere, though? Like, what am I brainstorming for? Maybe Permission, but I only have 1 blue card. I think we just wait. I want to try to destroy his white source. But I don't have permission to protect Death Shadow, so he can just Prismatic Ending it on his turn. I guess we'll just wait here. I could always brainstorm end of turn, looking for something. I don't know. We're not doing much this game so far. Really want him to try to play a spell. And then I can Wasteland his white source, and then I can play my shadow. Okay. He drew a Savannah, so he has another land now. You get the Ooze, which I will snuff out. Wait for him to attack with Dryad, probably. Okay. Is there a reason to brainstorm right now? I can snuff out right now. Play the Shadow, Wasteland his Savannah. Do I need to snuff out now? I don't really. What am I brainstorming for, though? Because I know he has another land in hand plus Prismatic Ending, so he can kill the Shadow still. But so what am I putting back here? Like maybe the Shadow, but I can't shuffle, so I think we're just going to wait. Okay, get Brazen Borrower, which... let's see what I can do. I could bounce the Dryad back to hand. I actually don't mind that play. If I bounce the Dryad back to hand and kill his Ooze, and I think I'm in a decent spot. But I am low on life. But I guess that's the nature of the Death Shadow deck. I don't know. Do I really need to bounce Dryad? I just set him back a turn. There's one creature card in the graveyard if he wants to exile his own Omnath. Could destroy the Dryad, but I think I'm going to Brazen Borrower it. Oh. No. I clicked the wrong thing. Like, what's going on? Wait, why? Oh, it's a non-land permanent. Okay. So I just destroy the Dryad now? Destroy his white source? I guess he's got Prismatic Ending in hand, so me playing the Death Shadow isn't great. Maybe I should attack his white sources, play Death Shadow, attack white source, and I get endings. Not sure if that was the right play. For some reason, I thought I could return the Dryad. So now he's probably going to get a white source. So maybe I'm not in a great position now, but I can Brainstorm next turn. Maybe I needed to get rid of the Shadow, because I knew he had what he had in hand. Yep. Ponder. Okay, this is awful, but we do need a land. But then, for what? To Brainstorm next turn and do nothing? Guess we'll Brainstorm end of turn. Yeah, I guess I didn't put, I don't know, maybe I didn't put myself in a good position here. That line, I should have just waited and not played Prismatic, or not played the Shadow until I could protect it. But if I get like a Murktide or something, I'm in very good shape. I'm also somehow down on time when I was up like 2 minutes. I guess I am just playing very slow. So, doesn't look like they have a 3 mana payoff yet. They only have 1 white source and 1 blue source. Okay, they get another Wasteland. All right, am I just going to lose this game to Endless Wastelands? I know my next hand... All right, gets Urian back. I know my next card, I believe, is a land. Right? Or is it a Brainstorm? I put it in the wrong order. Yeah, I can't believe I should have read Petty Theft. That was a huge pun, obviously. Okay, it's another Brainstorm, so that was a punt. Should have Brainstormed to end a turn. All right, well, now we're kind of in trouble. Looking for anything. Put back the Brazen Borrower, probably. It's useless. Maybe the other Brainstorm. Okay, well, we get another land, but I'm about to be at 2 life and not able to crack it. I don't know how I win this. Put back Brazen Borrower, Brainstorm. I guess I can crack it and go to 1. I don't know. We just did nothing this game and then got beaten down by Dried Arbor. We did nothing and got beaten down by Dried Arbor. So we need a removal spell. We can't play Snuff Out. Can't play Strix. So, and I guess that does it, right? Because I guess we can dig 1 more deeper, but we can't. No, that's the game. Okay, well, not a great performance. Yeah, okay. I think I could have probably sequenced a little better there, but like I don't know, he attacked my lands, and I guess I should have just dealt with that Dryad when I could have. And that was what ended up killing me. It's so crazy. Okay, so what we're gonna bring back in though is we're gonna bring back in the Dazes, and I think Brazen Borrower is just not that good in this matchup. Dress down and pushes. Do I want surgical instead? Maybe with all the discard, I want surgical instead. I don't know. It seems pretty bad though if he just doesn't have her in a 70 card deck. Maybe no Dauthi. Dauthi seems fine. Maybe it's too much discard spells. Take out him to Tourach. Let's try this out. I do have to play kind of fast. I have 6 minutes left, but we're like at the same on the clock. But my computer tends to be like more laggy and slower, so I lose like 3 seconds every time I make a decision. Or, every time I click like 1. I think this hand's fine. We can ponder turn 1. We have Daze. Maybe I don't ponder, so I don't get wastelanded, but other hand. I think we want Murktide. Put back. Do I have my graveyard to fill it? I kind of do. Let's take Daze now. I mean, let's put back Brainstorm. We're probably not going to double Daze, but we could. All right, we're not going to shuffle there. All right, pass the turn. Okay, so he probably doesn't have Wasteland, or else he would have Wastelanded me. Now we just pass. So I have Brainstorm on top, so I have to decide if I want to shuffle that away. Probably not at this point. Might put back these Reanimates. I don't think they're going to get much value unless I start discarding stuff from his hand. See if he's just trying to play around Daze. And indeed he is. I think we're going to take this Brainstorm on top. Looking for like a removal spell or something. Thought these would be good though, so let's put back a Reanimate right now. And put back a Thoughtseize. Maybe Wasteland. Let's put back Wasteland. I didn't play a land this turn. Thoughtseize whatever he's trying to play this turn. Fuck, he's got Uro. All right, and he's got double swords plus prismatic ending. So I guess we'll just take both the swords. And Uro is going to be a problem though. I am too aggressive with my life total taking down. So I can play Murktide and hopefully just try to race him, but I'm also like low on clock now. But I have filled my graveyard sufficiently. I could double Daze next turn, play Murktide. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that actually. Okay, Murktide should be huge. Hopefully he just doesn't top deck well. Can win this in a couple turns. Next turn I go double shadow. Although I guess it's blowout if he top decks plow. His graveyard's not full enough to go Uro. Oh, now it is. Now 5 other cards, still not full enough. Please don't have a third plow. Come on, dude. All right, we're not going to win this game. We have 3 minutes left on the clock. That was pretty incredible. But I guess he pondered into, I don't know, an answer to... He doesn't have that many answers, though. It's mostly swords. But he did get the Teferi, which is like so huge for him. So bad for me. Oh my god, it's so devastating. Again, we're going to lose on time, unfortunately. He does have a prismatic ending, we know. And now he can get Uro back. All right, well, I had a window there, and my opponent pondered well, so in a 75-card deck. But it is what it is. Fortunately, we're going to lose this game. And, like, we can't just deal. I can't deal with Uro. Although, actually, maybe I can. But he has a prismatic ending, so... No, okay, now here, there we go. There's the blowout cards. Yeah, so he just adds, yeah, okay. All right, well, GG, it was a hard-fought game, fortunately. I can Snuff Out Uro. Guess we'll do that. Go to 2 life. Still it's Prismatic Ending. We'll cast other Murktide. But now he's gonna get Urian, Flicker to Fairy, and everything, and I'm just gonna die. Can we hang on? I don't think so. Brainstorm. Okay, he's gonna try to refill his graveyard for Uro. Don't have the kill yet. I need like a Fatal Push or something, which I don't even have in the deck. I guess another removal spell will do it. I'm just gonna F6 through this turn because I have nothing in hand. So he's got like unlimited mana here, so he'll probably just like bounce things, flicker things. Just got Pyroblast or something. There's Ice Fang. Yeah, he just found the answers that he needed with that Ponder. That was basically what it came down to. If he didn't have an answer to Murktide, then the game was probably over. And he found an answer. So obviously he had multiple answers. Could have been Ice Fang, could have been another Plow, could have been whatever. This is a tough loss because there's close games. I don't think I played last one that well, but I'm not sideboarding correctly for this, and I should just bring in like removal spells for the dorks and slow him down. But I mean, I also got hosed by this card, so. But I mean, it was just a very close game. Oh, man, I'm so frustrated. I feel like I don't know. I guess that game 2 is what did it, and I just didn't. I think maybe I don't bring in surgicals, but it's like if I don't bring in surgicals, I have no way to deal with Uro. So, but maybe I just have to kill him faster. So then I don't care about surgicaling Uro because it's kind of narrow, and I just bring in like Fatal Push plus, Sheoldred's Edict, and I can just kill Uro, and he can't refill his graveyard fast enough to bring it back. Yep. Well, anyway, frustrating loss. So, I'll see you guys for round 2. Hopefully, I can play a little better. Okay, this is back for round 2. This is a 5-lander. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. Like, this deck does so poorly with that many lands. Sand's better. We'll keep and put back basic island probably. We're on the play, so we can go turn 1 Thoughtseize, which is always nice. Opponent also has Urian, and it's the same matchup. So, do I want to take his payoff now? Probably. So this is again the same. I was expecting to see this deck a lot. This is the exact same matchup. Maybe I wasn't supposed to take his payoff yet, but I don't have a way to deal with it. So and now he can just ponder, find other stuff. I could have taken ponder. But Mincing Boo is such a pain to deal with, so I think I just want to get rid of it. Didn't have a Wasteland in hand. Do draw Force, which is good. Maybe we'll Brainstorm now. Put back the Shadow and the land potentially. Try to find. No, I don't like Brainstorm now. I'm gonna play the other C though. Maybe you could argue to just hold on to the C. Well, I guess I wasn't gonna shuffle, so I could have brainstormed. I just don't want to have to pitch Murktide to something. Looking for something useful. Okay, Daze isn't that useful. I think we're in Brainstorm now. Try to find like a Thoughtseize or something. Okay, we get Snuff Out, Strix, and a Wasteland. I don't think Wasteland's gonna be that good here. Put back Shadow, Wasteland. I mean, I think Wasteland will be fine. I guess I can play Wasteland this turn and try to turn him off some mana. Kind of like all these cards, though. I guess we'll put back the Snuff Out, but he could play like a 3-drop, and I can Daze it, so let's put back this and this for now. We're just so far away from casting this anything. We'll play our Wasteland, and we wait. Now I can still Daze him without having to put land back up. The next turn set up. You know, we're going to try fill our graveyard a little more. Now we have some interaction, though. So if he has a 3-drop. Deck loves 3-drops. Staff of the Storyteller. I'm not going to deal with that. So let's pitch, force pitch Daze, I think. So now we know we get our Shadow back, but we're still low life. He's got to play a threat for me to get it on board. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was supposed to like shuffle something away here. How many lands did he have in hand? So he's played the Savannah. He's played the Tropical Island. He hasn't played the Volcanic Island yet, and that's why I want to probably take away is maybe his red mana. He played his Ponder, so he's got Brainstorm in hand. So I'll wait. See if he Brainstorms on a turn. Nope, doesn't. Another Minskin Boo. Another Minskin Boo. Okay, that's pretty annoying. I think we will Wasteland. Okay, so he top deck his other Minskin Boo. Okay. Okay. Now I think I can deploy my Murktide. Hopefully he doesn't just have a removal spell. Good. And so be it. Force, maybe. Nope. 6/6 Murky Tease. I have Snuff Out for his for Boo. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe this isn't a good play just because I can't really deal with Miskin Boo at this point. I took the first one. I think he only runs 2 in the deck. And now I can't really win. Need Sheoldred's Edict. Gets in the red source. Gets in the just blows me out completely. Okay, whoa. I guess maybe I should just save these Snuff Outs. Can I kill Minskin Boo? Well, I can take him down resources, I suppose. If he tries to Brainstorm in response. He does. All right, well, I don't think I can win with Minskin Boo resolved. I took the first one, but he drew a second one, so it is what it is. Maybe I was supposed to take the Ponder or something else. Don't know how I beat this card. Don't know how if I can even win with him on the board. Puts Yuri into hand. I'll use the Snuff Out on Urian. Now we wait. Actually, maybe we do fetch shock and just get a shadow on board as a 1/1. Okay, he had another removal spell. We're gonna have to snuff this out again. I think we'll just take the damage for now. So this version didn't even, I guess he's on a different version with Minsc and Boo. This one didn't have it. Okay, well. Okay, yeah, he's on a slightly different version. So this one I might just use it might make sense to have surgical, but I don't know. He obviously has other payoffs, so I just want to see what they are. And he's on a row too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm supposed to beat these decks. They just totally dunked on me. Okay, we're gonna keep trying to hang on here, but obviously we're so far behind. I don't think this is winnable. I think Brazen Borrower is that useful. I think Dress Down's that useful. Let's see, they have Uro, so bring the Fatal Pushes, bring in the Sheoldred's Edicts, bring in Tourach's. What's not as good? Reanimate? They have a lot of exile-based removal. I wonder if like the shadows, like maybe the Baleful Strix, they're just kind of awkward here. Because he doesn't have big creatures I'm trying to wall that much. He's got a lot of planeswalkers. Maybe we just like go him to Tourach or something. Or maybe we go down on shadows too, because he has Prismatic Ending. Could be an argument to do that. Maybe Snuff Out. And I have a lot of removal, a lot of discard now, so I don't want to go too low on threats. Maybe we cut one shadow. Maybe that's stupid though, because it's like the name of the deck. But against a swords deck. And with Prismatic Ending as well. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to cut a Strix. Strix draws me cards though. So something like this. I'm still trying to learn what to do for this matchup. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in Surgical for Uro, but it seems like he kind of just has interchangeable threats. So it's more like I just have to kill his mana dorks and then like apply pressure. Stuff out him, force ponder. I think this is good. I don't know that I need a ponder turn one. I mean, I'm not sure what I would find that's useful. It's like mana efficient, yes, but don't actually know that I need to do it. I have Snuff Out for if he plays a dork or something. I guess I can. Maybe I'm supposed to always like turn one ponder. Just for like mana efficiency. Now I have force up too, so okay with this. If I ponder and brick, don't find a blue card, then it's pretty bad. Basic forest, abundant growth. Okay, I can't snuff out that. Don't think I'm supposed to force an abundant growth. Second ponder. I think we're just gonna him here. Maybe Snuff Out's not that good in this matchup. I don't know. Discards land, Sylvan Library. Ponder, okay. We'll be rattling off a ponder next turn, most likely, depending on what I draw. Okay. Lots of ponders. Looking for like a Thoughtseize or something, or a creature threat. Daze, Fatal Push. Okay, Daze is probably not good. Fatal Push. Actually, let's just shuffle. I think maybe we shuffle these. These are all pretty bad. Draw another Force of Will. Ponder again. Okay, we do get a threat. Another him. So, fortunately, we can't really double spell. I think we want the Daze, though. Right now. And then we probably want the Murktide. So let's put the him at the bottom. Then Daze, then Murktide. Not gonna shuffle. Now we pass. Oh, I guess I wanted Daze right now. That was actually a mistake. Yeah, that was stupid. Yeah, I should put Daze on top because I don't need Murktide right now, obviously. Gonna Brainstorm because I want to save these forces to protect the. But I could have Dazed something he had. Okay, plays Caracas. Probably has like a million removal spells in hand. So maybe I should have used him. Okay. Do we ponder again? Looking for a discard spell that I should find. Get the Shadow, get a Wasteland. Don't have any legendary creatures, so I guess that's okay. I have to shuffle one of these away. I think we'll play him again. So maybe I'm like playing this too slowly, you could argue. And I should just like play more aggressively. It's a resource battle. Okay, discards a Swords and a Red Elemental Blast, which is good for me. Still have Daze and Force of Will up in case he tries to play something. Ponder, okay. Next turn we play our giant Murktide, and then we've got some permission up for him. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have like 3 pieces of removal, but he could, especially this Ponder. He chooses to not shuffle and draws a card, so he probably got another removal spell. What would we brainstorm for right now? I don't think anything. I think we're just jamming. And hoping he doesn't have 2 removal spells. Yep. Pitch Daze. Sorry, pitch Brainstorm. All right. Now we should be in decent shape. Would like another blue card for Force. Okay, that's another blue card. The reason to play this land? Maybe. Let's go for it. He already knows I had it in hand. I guess I could put it back with Brainstorm, so... But I don't think I'm going to Brainstorm because I need to hold Force up for like the rest of the game. Island. Okay, he's got 1 turn to draw a removal spell. Okay, it seems like this strategy worked pretty well to kind of whittle down his resources and play my Murktide. Famous last words. Okay. All right, we got there. The big Murktide. Maybe Snuff Out's not that good in this matchup. On the draw, I guess it's a little better, though. So, I like what we did there. I think Daze on the play is a little harder. But do I want anything other than that? Force, maybe. The rest seemed pretty good. 2 Death Shadow. Was it right to trim on Death Shadow? I don't know. Keeps me from getting blown out as much. We'll try this. Could trim on more days. Something like that. These days, Force Will, Force Negation. Sand doesn't... Sand's fine, but like... I'm going to just be down on cards, and I don't have a way to draw more cards, so maybe I want like some... I don't know. It has a lot of interaction. Maybe I was supposed to keep that. Okay, this hand's much better. Keep... Get rid of Watery Grave. Get rid of... Wasteland, maybe. Maybe we'll get rid of Wasteland because we need to... Not sure. Let's get rid of Wasteland. You could have maybe argued to get rid of Snuff Out, but I think he's going to play a Dork, so... Okay, maybe he's not playing Dork, so maybe I shouldn't have kept Snuff Out. Fatal Push. Cool. Maybe we have too much creature removal. He's not even playing mana dorks and he's just playing like enchantments. Yeah, I don't know if Strix is good in this matchup. I mean, I guess it's like hard to board it out because it's just like a foundational card. I think we probably need to counter this, huh? He doesn't have another force. Okay, he doesn't. I think we might just get Tourach on board. Obviously, it depends on, do I wait to try to make him bigger? I worry that I don't apply enough pressure if I don't play him now. Maybe that's a mistake, though. Don't think he has a force, or else he would have forced back. I think maybe I have too much removal now. Right, maybe like Fatal Push isn't necessary because he's not playing Mana Dorks. Doesn't look like it. Okay. So now he's going to get on the Uro train. Don't have an answer to Uro. Because I can Fatal Push him, but he can keep getting him back. Okay, Thoughtseize is good, though. On my Tourach. I'm going to take Minskin Boo, or else I'm going to die to it. I don't really see a reason to play this land right now. I don't need 3 lands for anything. Or 4 lands, rather. I guess I could have Fatal Push Uro. See if he has enough for Uro, but I can still do that next turn. Or I can Snuff Out Uro. Maybe I'll just Snuff Out. Still get the ETB, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, maybe I should have played the fetch just because I got Fatal Push Uro. That probably was more correct. Question is, do I save this Snuff Out and try to use Fatal Push here? I probably do. Got like Urian and stuff that can't Fatal Push. It's not so good. Okay. Got 1 card in hand. Would like a Hymn to Tourach or something to pump my Tourach bigger. Top deck something useful. Now you have Teferi in hand the whole time. But he can't bounce Tourach protection. So he's just going to try to draw a card. Oh, okay, he can do that. Yeah, I guess he can draw a couple cards. That old trick. I think I'll just ignore Teferi. Oh, Hanny drew to Caracas. Oh my god, dude. And Sylvan Library. Okay, so this game's over. That was fun. That was fun while it lasted. I get Brainstorm, but I'm gonna just try to replay Tourach. He lets me. She's not going to. Wonder how I was supposed to play this differently. Maybe I didn't sideboard correctly. This time I'm not going to misclick, and I'll cast it with the kicker, but again, now he can draw like unlimited cards. Not unlimited cards, but Sylvan Library is annoying. And I filled his library. So now he only needs like a couple other cards to... Yeah, I mean, we're not going to win this game. Look at... that was just such a blowout. I think maybe I just need to be more aggressive, and like the problem was I didn't have a Murktide here, but he could have bounced it with Teferi. But maybe I just had too much removal, or this like wasn't a keepable hand or something. I'm not sure. Last game it went really smoothly, but that was like play Murktide, protect it. And this game I thought I could get there with Tourach, but he just drew what he needed. Now he can play Urian. Now he can bounce Sylvan Library, bounce Teferi, bounce. Okay. That's fine. We have a Brainstorm. Maybe we can find a removal spell. Okay, Daze is pretty bad. Brainstorm. Murktide. But he has Teferi on board. Baleful Strix. Can wall Urian. Maybe I attack Teferi. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play Murktide to attack Teferi. So let's put back Daze, because that's gonna be useless. And the Strix maybe. All right, we might still hang on this, maybe. There it goes to 1. I could ponder now. I know it's going to be Strix and something else. Okay, Daze, Strix. Because maybe we'll put a Daze in hand. I don't know. I don't think there's any value to it at this point. Is Strix good? Draws me a card. No, I think we'll shuffle. Okay, I guess I got punished by that, taking that line. I should have just gone Strix, I guess. So you can probably draw an answer to Murktide, unfortunately. I think maybe that's still correct. I really need to dig for something like Pump Tourach bigger or like Permission. And like those were neither of those things. Okay, looks like he did get the swords because he took a card. So he probably got a removal spell. Another Uro. Oh, he's gonna flashback Uro. Yeah. So I need another removal spell for Uro. We'll keep gaining life and drawing cards. Probably drew a 1-mana answer for... Maybe that was the card he drew. Like he probably drew swords or something. Pyroblast, okay, yep. Okay, that's a good draw, but at this point it's too late. Because I can't pump my Tourach big enough. 1 turn too late. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do with this matchup. I guess I have to get a threat early on board, so maybe boarding out Shadow wasn't the move. But at the same time, he's got swords, so Shadow can be so bad. Okay, so I'm not sure what I'm not sure if this is an unfavorable matchup. Obviously, I won game 2, so that like kind of worked. But that was maybe I'm supposed to mulligan for that type of hand. Maybe like the fatal pushes and stuff aren't that good, but I feel like I need them for Uro. But I do have Snuff Out also, so maybe I don't need the fatal pushes. Like this guy didn't really seem like he was playing mana dorks. But I don't know. This is the second round in a row. I've obviously this guy's deck's slightly different, but I don't know how to beat this. So it's okay. We'll be back for round 3, and hopefully we can try to win. Okay, I am back for round 3. Sitting at 0-2, so not that great. Let's hope we play against not a Urian deck. Oh, damn it, it's the same deck. Maybe it's Death and Taxes. Maybe it's not. We'll see. Okay, is this hand good, though? We do have Thoughtseize. It's a little awkward because I can't cast him to Tourach. I think we're going to keep this. Got some permission. Take some of their early stuff. I don't know. We kind of need a threat. So I guess we're getting a lot of play testing in this matchup. So we'll go Underground Seas, Thoughtseize. I don't think he plays Wasteland in the deck. I could be wrong. I guess that's weak to Wasteland if I do that, but I still have Daze and stuff, so I think we should go with that. Could be taxes, so maybe I don't want to fetch Shock here. But no, I think he's just on the deck that everyone's on, so I will. See if he forces. Swords, Ice Fang. Probably want to take maybe Abundant Growth, maybe take Swords just to deal with it now. I don't have any creatures in hand, so I can deal with Ice Fang with the removal spell. We'll take Swords. But now we're kind of in a weird spot because I can't play him next turn. But at least we got rid of his, one of his best spells against me. So he plays Foothills. So I took his, I see his Urian, plays Foothills, probably going to go Abundant Growth. Ancient Growth. Yeah, he's going to go Abundant Growth here. Okay. Got 2 mystery cards now. Sorry, 1 mystery card. Yeah, does have a Tundra in hand. Okay, we'll get the Delta, so let's just him. I'm just gonna shock aggressively, even though I don't have anything yet. Okay, to the cards, Ice Fang Tundra. Which means I don't know his hand at all. He's got 2 unknowns in hand. So now we need to hopefully draw into cantrip or some action, because we've kind of like willed down his resources, but we'll give him a chance to get back into the game if we see if he has anything. I will daze him if it's a dazeable spell. Another forest, kind of weird. Another abundant growth. Okay. Okay, now we need some action. That's some action indeed. Do we just want to play it as a 5/5? It's not the fastest clock, but I do have Daze and Force of Will up. Or sorry, Force of Will up. So I think we just do that. Force him to deal with it. So what could he have in hand? Teferi, swords, something like that. Uro would gain him some life. I could Daze it. It's the red source. Pyroblast would be bad. I don't know if he has main deck Pyroblast, though. Sorry, it's Tropical Island, not Volcanic Island. But he has, you know, any color. Okay, we have the Ponder. I'm trying to think of if I need a Ponder now, what that would change. Probably not. Ponder post-combat. What are we looking for? Probably just another blue card. Maybe another threat. Get a Wasteland. This man's pretty good. Maybe we just keep brains. Like, do I want to? I don't really want to get blown out by like swords on Murktide and then kills my Death Shadow too. So, but we probably want Shadow in hand. I didn't play a Landlet yet this turn, so I could try to Wasteland him, but set him back. Yeah, I think we might just Wasteland him. But Death Shadow, Brainstorm, Wasteland. We're not going to shuffle. I guess now I don't have Force and Daze up. Okay. So now we have Daze or Force up. Obviously, he's trying to find a removal spell, but hopefully he just doesn't find two. But maybe I was supposed to just keep Ponder, and I don't know. At this point, I don't know that the Daze is going to get much value unless he tries to play a creature. It's not going to get him value on a Planeswalker. Or, sorry, on a removal spell. Prismatic Vista, okay. Yep. Next, I get a Brainstorm. I know a Death Shadow is there. Does he have another removal spell? Does he have like Teferi or something? That'd be really annoying. No, I guess he has some mana for it. Ice Fang. Collector. Okay. I don't really care. I don't have any artifacts, I don't think, so I don't know if I care about that. I think Strix is pretty good. Let's put back. No, let's put back the Shadow. And I'll draw it anyway. So let's put back C and Shadow. Attack. Let's play Strix. One short of lethal next turn. Draw Death Shadow. And then we're going to draw an Underground Sea. Gets Urian in hand. So we have Snuff Out for Urian. Okay. Won't be, don't think I care about the oof. Okay, it's at one. Maybe we can place Underground Sea, just so we don't have to pay for Snuff Out if we don't want to with life. So he needs to draw a removal spell for Murktide, and a removal something for Strix. Okay, he conceded. So I guess he didn't have another land or something like that. So we're against this deck again. What's not good? So I think the Reanimates are not good. So let's definitely take those out. We're on the draw, so I don't think Brazen Borrower is that good either. I don't think Dress Down's that good. We want to bring in the removal Fatal Push. Fatal Push. Maybe that's too much removal. We definitely want threats. On the draw, we're going to take out some of these Dazes. Maybe him is just too slow on the draw. Something like this. Leave one Daze in. I don't think Surgical is worth it. I think Plague Engineer is good. Something like this. So we have a bunch of threats now. We have some discard spells, and we have some removal with Fatal Push, Snuff Out, and Sheoldred's Edict. So we can deal with some Planeswalkers too. So let's give this a shot. Maybe Dress Down would be good, but no, I don't think so. And Brazen Borrower, he's got so many creatures with ETBs that Brazen Borrower is just not that good to like bounce creatures. Okay, we have Snuff Out, Thoughtseize, Ponder. I mean, we do have Thoughtseize. This thing's not great though. It's got 3 lands. It's pretty weak to. I think we keep. Maybe Thoughtseize on turn 2 instead of turn 1. Just because like. Well, we'll see what he plays. We'll ponder turn 1. Okay, he ponders turn 1. So we might also ponder turn 1. Looking for a permission. Maybe we just Thoughtseize him. Just Thoughtseize him. We might get flooded. Maybe I wasn't supposed to keep this hand. Uro, Minskin Caracas. So it's going to be Uro in his graveyard. It's not that big of a loss for him. Next turn. Now we take Minskin He's such a pain in the ass to deal with. I mean, Uro is also a pain in the ass to deal with, but. Oh, maybe I should have fetched Shock there, actually, because I have Death Shadow in hand. I probably should have. Instead of playing Underground Sea, I could have gone to 16, and next turn I could play Shadow. I probably would have been smarter. So that was a bit of misplay, I think. Okay, we get Force. So we... No, I think we're just going to Ponder. Okay, another Thoughtseize. Okay, that's pretty good. But back Flooded Strand. So Flooded Strand, Thoughtseize. Not going to shuffle. Take any removal if he has it. See if he tries to Brainstorm to hide stuff. I think take Sylvan Library. I think it's just too annoying. So hopefully we can get the Shadow online here and go from there. But yeah, I could have played Shadow this turn, I guess, if I had fetched better. But I guess I had Ponder plus Thoughtseize, so I wouldn't have played it anyway. See if he plays his Uro. Plays his Caracas. Plays his Uro. So now he'll just get Uro back next turn, but I have Snuff Out for it. Like a blue card for this Force. Him is interesting. So him plus Death Shadow, I guess. Problem is he's got Uro in the graveyard, so he can keep drawing cards. He has another Brainstorm. Just thinking about it. Question is, do I want to fetch shock here? I'll go to 11, and then I'll go to 7 when I kill Uro, which is kind of low. But I guess I have a big Death Shadow then, so I think we'll do that. And just hope he doesn't have swords. Well, if he has swords, I guess my life total goes back up, so it doesn't matter. It's really in the tank about this one. Does he have like force and trying to decide to use it? That wouldn't make sense. Okay, second Uro goes in the graveyard. Play my shadow. And then pass the turn. Got one card in hand. Discard his endurance too, so I don't know what's in his hand anymore. Land. So you can play Minskin Boo or something. That'd be really annoying. I don't know what 5 drops he has. Teferi, I guess. Oh, he's gonna bring Uro back. Okay, makes sense. I want to do this before he draws a card. In case he draws a force. Do you have it? Do you have a prismatic ending or a swords? Probably. Nope. He might still have swords. Could Wasteland Crocus, but I don't pump my shadow as much if I do that. Could also try to turn off maybe his red source. It's probably better. No, he's got another white source. So I could get my shadow to 10-10. Once I fill his graveyard if I Wasteland Crocus. I don't really care about Crocus, I don't think. Yeah, just attack for 7 and Wasteland his red source. Well, I guess what could he draw that's going to be annoying? It's going to be a white source, but I don't know. He's got it. Kind of his mana's fine here, so I just attack for big and go from there. Is at 14. Seemingly no prismatic ending or swords, or else he would have used it. Teferi would also bounce something. Okay, he drew the prismatic ending. Puts Area into hand. I draw another shadow, good for me. I don't think I want to fill up my opponent's graveyard, so we'll just hold on this Wasteland for now. Although, what does he need to cast Urian? He needs a white. No, I can't destroy. I'll still be able to cast it even if I destroy a land, so. Maybe I could have held that Wasteland in hand to at least bluff that I have force. Tells me he likely doesn't have swords if he had to use Prismatic Ending. See if he plays his Urian here just as a blocker. Nope, goes Abundant Growth. Now he can still play Urian, I think. No, it's just fixing his mana. Just to draw a card. Again, probably looking for swords. Second Abundant Growth. Okay, so I'm gonna play Urian this turn. He must be, maybe he drew a removal spell already. Drew Teferi or something. I think he's gonna try to fill his graveyard to play Uro again. Can next turn. Like, he could actually play Uro this turn, so he must have drawn something. Ooh, that's good. Now I at least have Force up. So I could trade this and then play a Murktide, or I could force this. Decisions, right? I guess either way it's bad if he has another removal spell. But he won't get to, I'll deny him the card draw here, so I think that's maybe more important. Pumps my shadow a little more too, but let's hope he doesn't just have like a swords in hand. But if he does, then like I guess my life total goes back up. So yep, he does. Okay. I did deny him the card draw, but now he's got Urian in hand still. But I'm at 13 life. Do I care about Crocus? Maybe I do, in case I draw something useful. Do I care about... Just take out Crocus, I guess. Maybe I should have taken out like one of his other sources. All right, well, now he's going to get Urian on board and bounce a bunch of stuff, so I'm probably going to lose. I don't know. He just had the... he had 2 answers to... So I'm not sure if I should have played it differently. Like, I don't think that's allowing him to draw a card, trading Death Shadow for that, and then I still would have been blown out by swords, so I think that was fine. He had to have 2 answers, and he had it. And now he can draw 2 cards from Urian. And I'm in top deck mode, so... Are we going to lose? Maybe. Probably. Now, next turn, he can get back Uro, too. Yeah, it's not looking good. Because even if I have an answer for Urian, then... Maybe I just need to have a more aggressive hand. I don't know. This doesn't feel like a very good matchup. They have just so many answers to our big threats. And they play a better long game than us. Okay. I'm going to concede. Obviously, I could try to play it out, but he's going to get Uro next turn, and then... Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to approach this matchup. Okay, let's bring back Dazes on the play. Maybe we don't need Fatal Push. Maybe Dauthi's not that good. Maybe Thoughtseize seems good still. Maybe Strix isn't that good. It's like a threat, but like it doesn't stop them from their like game plan really. Something like this. Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to like board the Strix out. It does wall Urian, but I don't really want the game to go that long. So maybe like Strix just isn't that good. He's a cantrip, but I have Tourach in here, right? Because I'm bringing in more threats anyway, more 2-drops with Tourach and stuff. So maybe there's an argument to trim on Baleful Strix to bring in the removal and stuff. Okay, no lands. I mean, I have Daze, I have threats, but the problem is I'm a little worried. I guess we'll try this. I'm a little worried I don't have enough like disruption. We have like 2 threats, then 2 piece of permission, but don't know if this is a keep or not. Put back Underground Sea, I guess. With Death Shadow in hand, we're going to fetch Shock aggressively. Okay, opponent went down to 5. Misty Pass. I'm expecting abundant growth here. Just kidding. Ponder. Could have dazed his Ponder, but that didn't seem smart. Oh, him's good here. So discard 2, discard Swords and Ice Fang, good for me. And I have Daze up still, and Force. But now, we're getting closer to, if I get another land, I can cast Shadow. Actually, if I Daze him, I can cast Shadow. Okay, go for it. I might Daze this, actually. Just to allow me to return this Watery Grave and then play Death Shadow next turn. Doesn't seem great, but I think it's actually fine in this situation, because I can play Shadow with backup, with Force up. He doesn't get the cantrip, so could also play Murktide if I get a fetch. Oh, Dauthi's interesting. Maybe I should go Dauthi here. Turn off Uro. Get a little bit of clock going. Because I think it may be better than playing 1/1 Shadow. Guys, gonna start trying to attack my lands now. Okay. See, I'm fine with that. No reason to force. So he's used 2 swords so far. And destroy my Watery Grave, okay. Now I can play Murky Tease if I draw another land, but then I don't force up, so I'll probably just play my Shadow. Oh, I can't play Shadow because I gain a bunch of life. Okay. Guess that's why he did that. Maybe I should have forced that. Yeah, maybe I should have forced that. I wasn't thinking. Okay, we're at 13. I wasn't thinking that it would pump my opponent's life total. Or sorry, it would pump my life total. So I couldn't play Death Shadow next turn. Opponent's in top deck mode, but so am I. Top deck's land. Confused what he's doing here, but okay. Oh, moves Yuri in the hand, okay. I would like a land, please. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to force that. Oh my god, I'm getting punished here. Okay, can't cast anything. We're both in top deck mode and need another land. It's another Wasteland. Oh, now I'm probably going to lose this game. Man. Okay, so I guess maybe I was supposed to force that so that I could then play Shadow the following turn and still have Dauthi on board. Like now, what do? Play Wasteland? Wait. Sweet. I need colored mana. I don't know. I have to really think about if that was smarter. Maybe I was supposed to just pitch the Murktide and not worry about it. But playing a big Murktide seemed better than a small Shadow. But I didn't think the life gain would shut off my Shadow game plan. I got just like so punished by that. Yeah, no. Okay, now we need a land. Still in the land waiting room. All right, well, that's gonna do it. The double Wasteland just destroyed me. And then me drawing 2 Wastelands also destroyed me. I guess I was supposed to just force that. And because I didn't think of the life gain and how it would turn off my Death Shadow too. Even though I was thinking, oh, I'll draw a land and get Murktide, but I just got so punished by that line. And now he can play Urian, so. But see if he's out of basics. Yes. So I don't know. I don't think we can win this game. We're too far behind now. I mean, he'll draw a card, but like I'm so far behind on lands. Okay, I need a top deck of land basically right now. But then that doesn't even help me because I can't stop Urian. Well, looks like a third round in a row of basically the same outcome as I lose a close game 3. I just couldn't apply enough pressure. At this point, I don't even know that drawing a land is going to help me. Okay, now Force is up at least. We're dead in a turn. I think we're actually dead already. I don't think I can win at this point. I'm dead in 2 turns to Urian. I can't do anything. Even if I draw a removal spell, there's nothing I can draw at this point. Okay, well, that's going to be 0-3 against losing the same deck 3 times in a row. I think it's probably not a favorable matchup, although I try to keep it close, but they have just so many main deck answers to our threats. Lith Swords, Ice Fang, Prismatic Ending, Teferi, like, things like that. And then, it kind of depends on it's hard to play around stuff because they're an 80 card deck, and then that's it. And I basically have to have a very aggressive hand, and you could trace it back. Like, I guess I should have thought that through, that hey, I'm going to gain life from that from him swordsing Dauthi, so I should protect it, and then I can still play Shadow next turn. So that was maybe on me. My thought was, oh, I don't care about Dauthi. I want to save my Force for deaths for my Shadow to protect my Shadow. But I forgot about the life gain. So I think that was a pun that really affected the game. I might have still lost, but at least would have had Dauthi on board, and would have been able to push through some more damage, and then the following turn would have been able to play Shadow. So he would have eventually gotten his Ice Fang down and things like that.